You're looking at the Exshaw cement plant. We manufacture cement that's used throughout Western Canada. This location, we've been in operation for over 110 years. It's got a lot of the key ingredients that we need to manufacture cement, a world-class limestone deposit. We have decades of limestone reserves here, and on this site we have over 90% of the raw materials we need to manufacture cement. Cement is the key ingredient in concrete. It's the glue that holds all the other materials together. It only takes about 10% cement to make concrete, but it's the flour that holds the cake together, you might say. You need 4 key ingredients to make cement. Limestone, which is the calcium. You need alumina, which comes from shale. You need silica, which comes from sandstone. And you need iron. Those 4 elements make cement that we use in our everyday lives. But limestone is the key ingredient. Over 90% of what we need to make cement is right here locally available. This plant is very important to Alberta and Western Canada because we provide over $1.2 billion in economic impact to the province and over 7,000 indirect jobs as a result of this plant being here, in addition to our 160 direct employees.
Currently we're standing at the front mountain portion of Lafarge Exshaw Quarry in Exshaw, Alberta. At this location we mine limestone for the production of cement. The process starts with drilling holes into the limestone, blasting the rock, and then mucking out the rock with loaders and trucks. The trucks will deliver the rock to the crushing system. Once it's in the crushing system, we'll crush it down to a 3/4 minus rock and add some shales, some sandstones, and produce what's known as a pre-homo mix. Once the pre-homo mix is produced, we'll actually hand that off to the production crew who'll further refine it into a raw mix.
Once the product leaves the quarry, it gets to the first stage of the cement making process, which is the grinding of the raw materials. So there are 2 things we do here. The first thing is to get the recipe right, because there are 4 components that go into the composition of the cement. There's limestone, iron, silica, and alumina. And so we get the recipe right at this stage. And the second thing we do is we grind it into a fine powder. And we do that in a vertical roller mill, which is the machine behind me. And it's basically big rollers sitting on a table, and the material is ground in between the rollers and the table into a fine powder. Behind me is the preheat tower. It is the second stage of the cement manufacturing process. The ground raw material enter at the top of the preheater at about a temperature of 60 degrees C, and the material is preheated all the way to about 900 degrees C through a series of cyclones. At the bottom of the tower it enters the rotary kiln. The rotary kiln is the heart of the cement manufacturing process. The material is heated all the way up to 1450 degrees C, and at that temperature the chemical reactions occur and the raw material are turned into the main component of cement, which is clinker. After the rotary kiln, the material is discharged in a cooler, and it is cooled using a series of fans that blow cool air through the clinker and cools it down all the way down to about 100 degrees. Once the clinker is produced inside the rotary kiln, it goes through a third and final stage, which is the finish grinding. In here, the clinker is ground with other additives, such as gypsum in particular, into the fine powder that we call cement. And after this stage, it is stored in our silos before it gets shipped either by truck or rail to our markets.
Safety here at Exshaw is fundamental to what we do every day. It's a big part of what we work on every day. It's integrated into our manufacturing process. We do things differently now than we did 30 years ago for safety. And our lasting legacy for this plant is that no one ever gets hurt while working for this plant.
Our environmental initiatives in cement making here at Exshaw include reducing our sulfur dioxide emissions through our fuel gas desulfurization system. You can see our lime silo just beside us here. We also reduce our nitrogen oxide emissions with our SNCR system, our selective non-catalytic reduction system. Another initiative we've implemented here at the plant is reducing our noise emissions through our stack at the top of the plant, as well as the fans around the plant have also had silencers installed on them. We also have a zero water system that is used to recycle our cooling water during the cement making process. We have a comprehensive and extensive fugitive dust management plan that helps us control our fugitive dust here at the Exshaw site.
We are located so close to the communities that we serve, and we all live, play, and work in this same valley. So balancing the needs of the industry with the community is something that we honor every day.